Hello my beautiful wildflowers, how are you today? Alexis here with Modesty. Well, today is Thursday and it's the first Thursday of the month, and if you recall, I'm supposed to be doing a collab with Angie with 4F Beauty, but because things got a little bit hectic for both of us, we did decide to bump that up a week, but not to be discouraged because I do have my basket full of goodies that I have not used in a while that I will create a look for you today. So if you're interested in seeing the look that I come up with, please stay tuned. Okay, my beautiful wildflowers, welcome back. As I said in the intro, today I am going to go ahead and create a look using some of the stuff that I haven't used in a while, or I think one of the things I haven't even used at all. But it is a basket full of goodies, and I even swapped out my tested and true, and that is a couple of things that I think you saw in 7 things that I couldn't live without. Yeah, the products that I don't want the company to ever stop selling. And so, yeah, I'm gonna swap those out. And what are they? I'll tell you in a minute, as soon as we finish our quote or feel good saying for the day, right? Or affirmation, however you wanna call it. But you can always turn these into an I statement, okay? And so let's see, I have my handy dandy app, and I'm going to go ahead and hit the button to see what it gives us. Okay, I think I got this morning. I might have posted it already to one of my social media. So, but that's okay though, because it's a good one. And it looks like that, okay? Oh, a lot of glare. You could probably see the train station. So, what does this say? It says, okay, remember that you only get a limited time on this earth. Today is a good day to do something that makes you feel happy. And that is a very good one. And this is something that everybody should heed, because we do only get one chance at life, right? Once that's gone, it's gone. And did you do what it made you happy in the life that you had? We're not like a cat, right? Or the proverbial 9 lives that cats have. So we have just one life. And what we do every day counts, because we can either spend it being miserable or we can spend it being happy. Myself, I don't want to waste any of my days because I don't know when it's going to end. And I really want to focus on being positive and being happy. And without positivity, I get no happiness. So, I mean, you really have to start your day with a positive mindset, clean slate, and you have to be really intentional about it. And there are days that I know we don't feel like being positive. You know, we wake up in the morning and go, oh God, I gotta deal with that. But that's okay. That's okay. Just push that aside and say, you know what? Is it something I can control? No, just push it aside. Nothing I can do about it. I'm still gonna be positive. Is there something I can do about it? Yeah, but I'm still gonna be positive, so that way I can build a positive solution to whatever that issue may be, okay? But one thing's for sure, I set my goals on being happy. And so that's the most important lesson, okay? So that's that. And let's see, let's get going here, because this tends to be a kind of a long video. And as you notice, I do already have kind of sort of my eye primed, and it looks a little different than usual, right? It's a little bit wider. It's because I didn't use my Mario today. As I said, I'm gonna go ahead and use things that I used to love, but maybe replace with something better, and that's the case here. And that is my primer, eyeshadow primer by Anastasia of Beverly Hills. I really used to love this one. This is what I used, and this is what was my go-to until I discovered the palette by Mario, okay? And one thing I do like about this product, that it is a cream, and it does go on very easily. It comes in a tube like this. And let me show you, let's see, just like that. And a little bit goes a long way. Oh my goodness, look at that. That right there is gonna be like so crazy, because look how it spreads, right? And then the thing about this is that I don't need to powder it because it is a cream to powder formulation, and I like that. The only thing I don't like about it is that they only come in one shade, and as you notice, because I am a little bit darker because of the summer, just coming out of summer, it looks really white. It looks really white. So, you know, unless you plan on covering all of your lid with a eyeshadow and not leaving any blank spaces, it's not going to work unless you have similar skin tones, okay? Unless you don't mind that patchy white, and I really don't like that. So I used to be really careful and just putting it on the lid or whatever, whereas with Mario, I put it from, you know, bottom of my, you know, lashes all the way to my brow. With this one, I have to be a little bit more careful, but I did go ahead and apply it up high. But this is a good product, okay? I'm not saying it's not. Love the fact that it's cream to powder, though. I do like that. So that's what I used. And as far as my eyebrows go, I forgot to bring it. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I've already used it over there, so I left it over there. And this is by Benefit, and I don't know if you remember. If you've been with me a while, you know this is all I used to use for a long time until I went exclusively to Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. But this is precisely my brow by Benefit. I mean, it's just as good. It's just that this one the shade doesn't work as good as the Anastasia, and it is a good product. It is two-sided as the Anastasia one is. There it is right there, spoolie on one side and then pencil on the other. And I like the way the grips, there's little like nice grip here, and I do like that, but the shades are closer for what I need with Anastasia. And another thing too, this one is waxy but not as waxy, so sometimes when I don't need that kind of control and I just want a little bit of you know, eyebrows, I'll go ahead and use it. But I mean, it looks just the same. I mean, it works just as good. But like I said, when I went with ABH, I just felt like that one was just a little bit more user-friendly for me. Okay, that's that. And then the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is I did bring my brushes. I do have a different, you know, all of my eyeshadow brushes here are definitely by Riffer. And then I have my few odds and ends here to do my face, okay? And so let's get started. And today I am going to start with this one here, and this is a Pat McGrath, and this is an oldie but goodie, and this is the Mothership eyeshadow palette, and it's ombre. Okay, it's got 6 shades. There it is. Okay, and let me take the cover off here. Okay, it's not okay. It's been a while since I used this, so it's like not working with me. But as you can see, it was, you know, it's been used. There's no way I'm going to hit pan on it, but definitely been used well. And this used to be one of my favorite palettes, my go-to palettes. And so I'm kind of excited to go back to use it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and move you in just a little bit closer. Here we go. And as you noticed, I still have the plastic on my mirror for my palette. So since I'm going to use this mirror, oh no, I don't need to take the plastic off. It's okay. All right, so let's see here. And I am going to do something a little bit darker than normal. And so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get my Riffer number 14 brush. And this is not the smallest, but the second to the smallest. And these are natural goat hairs. And I'm going to see if I can see what the shade names for these are. And this is called Peach Dusk is the first thing I'm going to use, which is right here in the middle, Peach Dusk. And I'm going to go ahead and do my crease with that. Okay, and I don't know why I always start with my crease, because I can start in other places. It's just what I prefer, and it's your preference. You don't have to start, you know, at the crease, but I like to. As you notice, very well pigmented here. And so I'm just going to have to blend this out. And I just want to let you know, blending is what takes the most time. And a lot of people get in, you know, they watch a video, and since it's edited, these videos are edited because we don't want to take 2 hours, you know, to do this video. So what you're missing is the part that we're taking our time to really blend and blend and blend. That's the key, is blending. And you have to be patient. Okay, one thing about this eyeshadow, it blends just so beautifully. I mean, look at that. I mean, it takes time, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it actually is so nice to work with. And that's the thing. You know, people ask, is it worth the money, her stuff, Pat McGrath? I gotta say, yeah. I mean, it's expensive, but it is definitely uniquely different formula from a lot of the other, even from Natasha Denona's palettes. I mean, they're different. So yeah. And next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my smallest fluffy brush, which is number 13 Riffer, and it looks like that. It looks fluffier, but it's actually, I washed it, and I fluffed it up. And I am going to go into the color of, let's see, is there a color here? There is, and this is Hedonistic Rose, and this is also a matte, and it's right here. And I'm going to go ahead on the outside and on the inside, which I don't typically do, but let's see what happens. And how I'm doing this is very gingerly, guys, just tapping in like this. Very gingerly. I don't go in there, I mean, especially with her stuff, I mean, there's color everywhere if I did that. And like I said, the pigments, look at this, the pigment on this is just so strong. And the thing I like about it also is that there is very little fallout. And so I'm going to go ahead and tap this in and work this. And as you notice, when I tap it in, I'm very careful not to come out here because I don't want it to, you know, I don't want to drag my eyes down. If you go too far to the corner, you see the gap that I leave from the end to here? I leave a gap because it'll actually blend out that way. And I don't want it to be, you know, too far down where it'll actually cause my eyes to look droopy. And also, this is the eye that tears, so I have to be very careful because otherwise I have the potential of muddying the product, and I don't want to do that. And I'm just going to go ahead and tap this in like this, and when I blend the center, it'll blend the rest of it out. And let's see, and on now the inside. This is a tricky part. And as you notice now, it looks kind of like, you know, I have a dot here, I have a dot here, I have a dot here. And what I like to do now is I take the brush that I initially used. I did not go in with any more color. This is the initial one, which was number 14. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and blend here like this. But I'm not going to go up because if I go up this, I'm going to drag this color up. So I'm staying very, very close to my crease line now and actually going down, more down instead of like this, up. So you have to be really careful when you do this, especially if you're going to try to blend the dark colors in because you don't want to blend it up and then you'll look silly. Now what I'm going to do is, there is a little bit of a line up here, so I want to go ahead and blend that out with something shimmery. And I'm going to use the Pink Champagne, this color here, Pink Champagne. I'm going to try to use as many colors as possible of this palette. And I'm going to use my biggest fluffy brush, which is my number 15 Riffer. Okay? And it looks like this. All right. And I got to tell you, these are my favorite Cito brushes. It really is. I just love them. Okay, let me see. Now, I don't want to touch this color. I want to go above it and then apply the shimmer, the champagne, and then kind of work like this and allow the brush to actually touch that line, but I don't want to be on it on the point. And so I'm going to go ahead and kind of work that a little bit. That creates a nice little shimmery here. And I'm also going to go ahead and tap a little bit of that inside where it's a little dark and just come up. I'm not going to go back and forth. Ooh, just touch my nose. Kind of like this to just give it like a little shine. And kind of blend out the line here. But you have to do it really gently like this. It's almost like you're barely touching, but you don't want to wipe off the color that's there. You just want these two to blend together. Okay. And next I'm gonna go in with a, you know what, I think I'm gonna do a gold to give it a contrast. If I don't do the gold, the other option is like this orange. And so this one is called, what is it? Something honey, hold on one second. Golden honey, that makes sense. And I'm going to go in with golden honey here. Whoops. And I'm gonna use my fingers. And I'm just gonna swirl my fingers in there like this. Oops, didn't show you. Like this, very lightly, because these colors like crazy. Let me show you how crazy. So how lightly I put in there. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the center with this. And I'm just gonna tap it on. And I'll do both sides. And make sure it's even. Okay, and wow, there's still a lot of color here. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take this brush, the one that I just used, okay? And I'm not going to add any colors, but I'm gonna go ahead and blend a little bit here to take the edge off of it. Okay, that right there is that. And let's go ahead and start working on, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead, the only thing that I'm using that I only have one of these each, which is my eyelash curler and my eyelash brush. And so I'm gonna come over here, and I have a mirror here, and I'm gonna separate my eyelashes here so that way I can curl them. Okay. And you guys remember, this is like pins. So you have to be really careful. And now I'm going to take my curler and being careful not to pinch myself and not going too far in. Okay, and a curl. And then here is, usually I hit my MAC, but this time, like I said, I'm gonna be using products that I've had that I like, but you know, it's not my favorite. And this is called Perversion, and it's by Urban Decay. And the only thing I don't like about it is there's a big fuzzy big brush here, and it usually will clump if I've had it for too long. Matter of fact, this one's a new one, but still, it's, you know, it's not my MAC, put it that way. And look how long this thing is. It's gonna hit the inside of my nose actually and color my nose. And I do like the pigment on it, but I don't like the brush, unfortunately. Yeah, so that's why. But I did promise you guys that I will use things that, you know, I don't typically use to create the look, right? So I'm doing that. I'm hoping that I'm probably out of focus doing this part of it. I apologize for that, because I can't look at you and do the mascara at the same time. Otherwise, I will look like a raccoon. You know, one thing I gotta give this one is the fact that it curls. And if you want a waterproof mascara that curls, this is it. But you really have to take your time to do that. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, I just prefer my MAC. Yeah. And next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put on my foundation. So I'm gonna scoot you back a little bit now to do that part of it. And today I have chosen to do my Marc Jacobs Extra Shot, okay? And I've had this for a while, used it a couple of times, and then I kind of put it down. And yeah, it has caffeine in it actually. But hold on one second because I forgot my sponge. I'll be right back. Okay, I took a break at the right spot because I guess that was my 20-minute mark. And you know what happens after 20 minutes, right? Yep, my camera shuts off. And so I was able to go get my sponges, okay? And so this is what I'm going to use. What I will do is I like to shake these up because it's been a while since I've used them. And as far as this goes, it is called Extra Shot. It's caffeine, concealer, and foundation. And so this is a medium 230. And this is a foundation slash concealer. But I don't use it as a concealer. I use it as a foundation. And let's see. And the thing is, it's built like a foundation. So yeah, it's quite interesting. But I do like it. It is matte, which I like. And the thing is, I like it because I'm able to put this on. I like the applicator, to be honest. I really like the applicator a lot. And I'm able to get to the parts that I usually focus on. But this is still a little bit too dark for me to use as a concealer, unless, you know, I was just looking for complete concealment instead of any kind of highlighting. Oops, sorry about that. I had, okay. And I like this wand because it actually controls how much, you know, how much product yeah. And I'm gonna go ahead and, you know what, with this, I think I'm gonna have to do this because if I remember right, it dries quite quickly. And I'm gonna go ahead and do that first. And like I said, this does have caffeine in it. And you know, caffeine does vasoconstrict. Okay, that helps with the redness. And I like my foundation to be, you know, people say, well, why do you pay so much for your foundation? Because most of my foundations have skincare in it. Because I like the fact that, you know, I like the plumping look and all those things that skincare actually gives. And so you have to expect to pay a little more when you're paying for foundation with skincare. And you need to read the labels, because if you find a foundation that's like really expensive, look at the label. And if it says hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, anything like that, that means you're getting skincare with it. And mostly niacinamide would not, you know, you typically don't find niacinamide in foundation, but that's not to say you can't. But you do mostly, you find either caffeine and hyaluronic acid, definitely. That's what most of the foundations will have in it if it says it's got skincare in it. Okay, and then now I'm gonna I rubbed it around at first so that way I could hurry up and get the thing to definitely not dry. But you know what? I just noticed I don't have my light on back there. Hold on. Gosh, I hope the room wasn't too dark. Sorry about that. I didn't notice that. I must have turned it off automatically, trying to, you know, conserve energy here. Okay. And I'll tell you, this goes on very easily. I do like this product a lot. Why don't I use it more? I have no idea. I think I forgot about it, to be honest. I mean, I started trying other things and, you know, started liking other things. So, yep. And as you notice, it is full coverage, and it is medium to full coverage, but you saw how much I put on, right? So that's so I can get full coverage. Okay, now the next piece, my concealer. Okay, this is one you have not seen me use because I don't think I've used it yet. And I got this one is by Rare Beauty. And I actually got this as a gift with purchase. It was some sale that Rare Beauty had, and I bought an eyeshadow palette from them. And then I think I had a choice, and since I don't have one of these, I said, well, give me that. And so that's what I ended up getting. So yeah, here it is. And this is in, this looks kind of white here. It is in 130N. Okay, and let's see what happens. Oh, yeah, it's not that white. It looks pure white in here, doesn't it? But it's not that bad. I mean, look at it. The color is not as bad as it looks. Okay, let's see what happens. Because you guys know, I mean, I do complain about, you know, showing lines and, you know, settling in lines with my concealer. Let's see what this does. Okay, it goes on. I hope it doesn't dry too fast because you remember what happened with Natasha Denona one? I mean, eons ago. I don't know if you remember, but dang, that thing dries so fast that I couldn't get rid of the dots. Oh, this is quite white though. Okay, but it's okay. I can live with that. And you know, the reason why I use concealer, I don't know if I told you that before. No, I did tell you that before, is that not so much to conceal anything, but more to give light under my cheeks. And so, but that looks really, really light. Okay, so I just need to tap that out more. Okay, I have to tell you, on camera, it looks super white. I can see from my monitor, but it doesn't really look like that. Hopefully, I can get it to calm down a little bit. And what I like to do now at this point is I'm going to go ahead and powder this a little bit, but I like this. Yeah, I do like this. I don't see it settling in lines yet, but what I'm going to do is use my waterproof powder. Again, something you haven't seen probably is my All-Nighter by Urban Decay. It looks like it's got water droplets on top. That's the way it's designed. And this one, I believe, has got a shade, right? It's waterproof setting powder. Yeah, and it's supposed to be, you know, it doesn't have a shade, believe it or not, but I think it only comes in one shade though, for some reason or another. But it's supposed to be translucent, but it doesn't look translucent, does it? Okay, and so I'm gonna go ahead and take a brush, my random brush, okay, and this is by, I think this is a, Morphe, yeah, and Jaclyn Hill and Morphe. So I'm just going to swirl it around here. And I'm going to go ahead and powder that. And I'm going to go ahead and powder a little bit right here. I don't want to go down too low because I still have to put on a contour. And the contour is actually a stick, okay? Okay, that's that. And it's not bad, actually. Yeah. That is not bad at all. We'll see how well this concealer settles with time. Yeah, I'll have to give you a report back on that. Okay, next what I'm going to do is, this is my, this is what I'm going to bronze with. I'm not contouring, I'm bronzing, okay? And this is by Fenty Beauty. And this is something that I got in one of my boxes. And so I rarely ever use it. And then it's called a matchstick, and its color is caramel. Okay, caramel. And here it is. Here's the color. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and use this to, let's see, to kind of bronze. And as you know, I told you when I bronze or when I give it like a tan, I stay up here. Okay, and I come here and a little here. And so this is definitely not contour because you can see by the color, and I stay up high. You saw that, right? And then I'm going to put one little swipe across my nose. And because this is how I typically do my bronzing anyway. And I'm going to take because it's a cream stick, I'm going to take my brush, which is IT Cosmetics brush. And this is actually for concealer, but I like working with teeny tiny brushes, and this is made for anything liquid or anything cream. So yeah, and I'm gonna take this and I'm just going to work up, okay, and I'm just gonna blend this in. You remember I told you about looking like you just spray painted your face, you know, like well, you know what? If you don't blend this in, I can tell you that's what's gonna look like. Yeah, that's gonna take a little bit of work. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, blend it pretty easy, not bad. Definitely something that I would use. And yeah, and like I said, like I got this in a box and I barely used it. So yeah, it wasn't one of my choices, by the way, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Oh, by the way, I need to, you see this? You remember I received this in one of the boxes? It was my BeautyFix. It's by Avene, the cream, cold cream for the lips. I mean, look how much of it I used. I'm almost out. Look at that. It's like, this is so nice. It's very creamy. And I'm just gonna leave that on there. while I finish the rest of my face. And next, what I want to use is actually another boxed item, and I'm trying to use as much box item as possible because you guys may have it too. And this is Araceli, and I know there's a lot of people that like it. Stephanie, I know you like this. So, and this is an shade of Sangria, and they call this Ojos Perfectos Gel Pencil Eyeliner, Perfect Eyes Gel Liner. Yep. Okie dokie. And I like this color, and it will go perfectly with what I have on here right now. So I'm going to do what I normally do, which is just take this and kind of like run it on the outside, and that's it. I don't line my whole eyes because I have small eyes, and so if I line all the way around, I kind of close off my eyes, so I don't want to do that. And I just put a little bit there, and then I will take one of my pencil, the smallest pencil one, which is number 23 from Refer, and it looks like this. And I'm going to go ahead and not back and forth, but down, okay, like so that way I can kind of like pull it down. And I know there's a lot of people out there, I know a lot of people that do makeup, they go like this, but you know, they have the eyes width to do that, and the look that they're going for works like that. But for me, I just want it barely there, okay? And I want it to look like, you know, more of a extension of this instead of a hole underneath. And I know there's a lot of people that do it that way, but you know, it looks good on them. But I know my own eyes, and I would shut my eyes down if I did that. So yeah. And I'm thinking about doing an all black eyeshadow look. Okay, maybe. Okay, that's that. And you see the eyes. And now I'm gonna go ahead with something you guys probably have not seen me use either. This is by Toothpaste, and this came in a box too. It's called Sugar Peach. Okay, and I'm not sure which box it came. I want to say it was Chic box, but I'm not sure. So here it is right here. Actually, this is called the Eyes and Cheek Color, and so you can use it on either or. And I love this. And I think since I have the color of kind of like a pinky brick color, I think I'm gonna go with this pink here and this color here, and I will use my handy dandy I forgot who makes this brush. Is there a name? Fluffy highlight brush. Oh, Farah. It's by Farah. Oh, I like Farah brushes, by the way. I like this one. And I'm just gonna easily go in here, and I don't think I'm gonna need to highlight. Whoa, that's a lot of pigment. I don't think I'm gonna need to highlight because this is really sparkly. I gotta be kind of light-handed here, I think. And as you guys know, I don't go down like this. I just tap. I meet the point where I contoured, and I go more towards my eyes, you see? Like this. And I don't go all the way down. I just kind of keep in this general area. And to give me, because I don't want to drag my face down. And also, it depends on how your face is shaped. Mine is considered round, even though my whole life I thought it was oval. But it's not. Well, according to all the things that I've done, the face trial shape thingy, and it says it's round, but it doesn't look round, does it? I guess so. If I had a more of a, like this, then it would be more like a heart. So bad. No. So I'm just going to go ahead and tap this in. And I really like this, even though it looked like there was a lot that came on. Okay, I'm going to keep it up. Again, I'm going to try it up there. And that's it. And then the final thing I am going to do is put on my lipstick. And I think I chose a liquid lipstick. And this is by... who is that? Oh, Huda Beauty, and it's called Muse. There it is. It's called Muse. Okay? And what I like to do first is get a tissue, because I just did put that, since if it was a lipstick I was putting on, regular one, I would just go over it, not a problem. But being that this is a liquid lipstick meant to go dry, I have to get that cream off. So I'll get a Q-tip, but I don't have it here with me, so. I'm just gonna wipe off. Another thing it does too is I like to get the true color of lipstick. So unless you wipe it off, you see the do you see the foundation and everything that ends up there? Oh, I think I went over it. Okay, and I'm going to show you the color. There it is, mauve. This is my favorite color, which is mauve. And my battery just died in my mirror, but that's okay. Okay, this is difficult. Ooh, teeth. Okay. If you're wondering why I went ... and then I made my top lip, is because when you pull the little applicator, the doe foot, right out, if you go directly here, it's way too much. So I try to dot it off onto my bottom lip to take off some of it, and then make my, yeah. Okay, now let me just get myself together, put on my something nice on my head, and then I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back, my beautiful wildflowers. Here is the final look. Anyway, so as I was saying, what did I use? Okay, as you know, the foundation by Marc Jacobs called Extra Shot. Okay, followed by a concealer by Rare Beauty and a bronzer by Fenty Beauty, and my eyeshadow was Pat McGrath. Okay, this is the Divine Rose, okay, of the Mothership series. And also for my face, Too Faced Sugar Peach palette. And my eyeliner being by Araceli and Sangria. My not eyeshadow, but my eyelashes, Urban Decay Perversion. And powdered by All Nighter Translucent Powder. And my final touch of lipstick was Huda Beauty. And you know that I prepped using both the Anastasia Beverly Hills Primer, which is liquid to powder, and also Precisely My Brow by Benefit. And I think I got it all. I think I covered it. Is there anything else in there? Nope. And so let me know what you think about the look. And this is a look that I really like, and this is the color story that I love. I mean, some of these, like this palette, would be me in a palette. And so I really do love it. I remember loving this so much that I used it so many times in the past. Yeah, I mean, then I started getting more palettes and it got pushed in the back of the drawer. So more and more I need to really dig things out from the back of the drawer, and also use things like this that I've never used that I got for gift for purchase. And these are all excellent products. I can tell you, it feels very natural. It doesn't feel caked on. It doesn't feel really made up heavy. And I do like the application. And I especially do like the eyeshadow. And also, I'm surprised I haven't reached for this more. This is the Marc Jacobs Extra Shot. I mean, it's not tight, even for a matte look. This is more of a, it's not like a really heavy matte, but it's more of a not quite dewy, but it's like a moist matte, but it's actually dried down. So, you know, you don't have to powder it, but you can powder it if you want. And also, so far so good with the concealer, because I'm not seeing a crease. That's what I looked for. I'm not seeing a creasing underneath, but I do have to give it a little bit of time, because that happens with time, going outside, sweating, coming back in, the powder starts to cake up. So let's see, because I know my by Terry does not do that, because I did put that through the test. But let's see how this works out. This may be another one of my, okay, I can go ahead and use this, you know, when I'm not using the By Terry. So yeah. And so let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the look. Do you like it? Do you like the color scheme? Do you like how the application went? You know, how can I improve upon my video? So let me know. But I don't want to take too much longer, guys, because I know this is going to be a super long video. So anyway, my beautiful wildflowers, if I added any value, please hit like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button and then select all so you know every time I upload a new video. And don't forget to ring-a-ding-a-ding that bell too, okay? Alrighty, my beautiful wildflowers, I want you to have a good day, a good night, a good week, or good weekend whenever you're watching this, and it does not matter. But what does matter, you all know, in a field of roses, be a wildflower and never sweat the small stuff. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.